So coming from the South China Daily Post, AMD CEO's meeting with China's vice premier raises optimism about US AI chip imports. This is just giving me a headache. I'm gonna become the Preston Stewart of the tech world. Do you watch Preston Stewart? He's pretty good. He's a West Point graduate. He was an Army officer. Now he's on YouTube screaming into a camera. The modern world is awesome. Anyways, so he kind of rose to fame in the YouTube world, talking about all the crap show going on in Ukraine, right? As a West Point Army officer, talking about what's going on in Ukraine. And so he seemed to be having a lot of fun talking about Ukraine, like talking about Ukraine attacking Russia and Russia doing all these screw ups. And that was just really, peak Preston Stewart. The problem is then, our president, Trump, got us into this war in Iran. Yeah, poor old Preston just doesn't seem as happy as he used to be. Because the funny part is, I was watching him. He's done this a couple of times now, where he's like, well, the Trump administration has come out and said X, Y, or Z. And he's like, and I'm not gonna go through this bullet point by bullet point because I did that for a couple of previous videos, and within 24 hours, basically we were doing something else anyway. So it doesn't even really make sense to go through what the Trump administration is saying, bullet point by bullet point, vis-a-vis the Iran war, because, wait 2 hours and he's going to change his mind, right? And so I think that's kind of interesting right now going on with this whole, the whole anti-China thing here in the United States vis-a-vis the AI war. And what we've been told about artificial intelligence is it's more dangerous than nuclear weapons, and whoever controls AI controls the future. And yeah, that is not the setup to a very bad Hollywood movie. That is literally what our politicians are trying to shove down our throat. And so the problem is that this AI hardware and this AI technology is very valuable. China did want to purchase our AI hardware and technology, which would have put a lot of money into our economy. But the old white senile men in the White House, and again, Trump and Biden, put them in a pot. They're all the same, right? They didn't want China to get access to the AI future. And so Biden put export controls. And again, to realize how stupid this is, right? I know it's fun. I know it's fun to talk about how stupid Trump is. But never forget how dumb Biden was. Biden was literally thinking about putting export controls on models. As I say, however you feel about the GPUs, however you feel about putting controls on hardware exports, is what it is. They're going to try to put export controls on files. Apparently, Biden hadn't heard of Napster. Napster is too recent for Biden. Like, whatever Biden's cognitive decline was, apparently he doesn't remember the Napster era. But anyways, right? But the problem is, this is worth a lot of money. And so now China isn't buying that stuff. China isn't buying soybeans. China isn't buying so many airplanes anymore. So anyways, apparently Trump is realizing that, hey, it would be a good idea if we could actually sell these products to China. And so now we're changing our policy. So I don't know. See, that's the thing about racism. It doesn't have to make sense. Racism just doesn't have to make sense. So anyways, what it looks like now with the Trump administration is they're trying to roll back the AI export controls, but we really don't know how well that's going. And so now we have AMD CEO. So AMD is an American company, right? The CEO is going there to try to get China to buy their AI products. That we can sell them, that we can't sell them, I don't know. Like if China man looked at the AMD CEO and said, "Wow, your products are amazing. I want to buy 1 million." Like, look, Could Chinaman actually, if Chinaman put $5 billion in cash on the table and says, I want to buy 1 million of those, like seriously, can that happen? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, anyway, so this is going on. Let's see here. A recent meeting between Chinese Vice Premier and AMD's CEO signals a potential loosening of U.S. chip export policies, which could reopen high-end semiconductor sales, including AI chips, to select Chinese firms, according to analysis. So there is a potential that something could happen to select companies. Wow. Can't get any more solid than that in the Trump administration. During their meeting on Monday, he reiterated that Beijing welcomed continued foreign investment, according to Xinhua news agency. Xu praised the outcomes of last week's summit between Xi and U.S. counterpart Donald Trump, while affirming AMD's commitment to expanding its business and increasing investment in China. The meeting came days after 17 business executives accompanied Trump to a state visit in Beijing. Xu, who is not part of the delegation, appeared to be, quote, catching up on missed homework. Ping Ping, executive chairman of Guangdong Society of Reform, a think tank affiliated with the provincial government, said, quote, the U.S. appears to be pulling back on its aggressive tariff war and tech decoupling, Ping said. Quote, instead, they're shifting to a strategy of controlling only the absolute highest end chips while opening up the upper mid-tier. This allows the U.S. to maintain its cutting-edge lead without forfeiting vast Chinese market, and it may even serve to suppress China's push for technological self-reliance. Quote, we estimate relatively advanced U.S. AI chips to start entering China again in the second half of this year. Li noted that the current hurdles were, quote, mainly on the Chinese side, but added that approvals were ultimately likely to be granted conditionally. Even so, he said, tension between Washington and Beijing over semiconductors would persist. On Tuesday, Xu reinforced AMD's commitment during a keynote speech at the company's AI Developer Day in Shanghai, describing China as, quote, the world's most dynamic AI ecosystem. China, including Hong Kong, is AMD's second largest market, accounting for roughly a quarter of its global revenue last year. Quote, we want to interact with some of the smartest AI practitioners in the world, she said, aligning the company's China strategy with AMD's broader push to invest across every layer of the AI stack, from silicon and software to systems. So yeah, I guess we're selling AI stuff to China. So we're not going to sell any AI stuff to China. Well, no, we're going to sell the fourth best AI stuff to China. Well, no, we're going to sell 18-month-old AI stuff to China. Well, maybe we're just going to sell AI stuff to China. You know, when it comes to China and artificial intelligence, we're gonna do something. Apparently. So anyways, this is the latest of the idiocy with this whole US AI or US China AI war. God knows how this is gonna work out at the end of the day. I can put $5 on the table. China's gonna win. Hey Eli, what do you think's gonna happen? Well, China's gonna win, obviously. I mean, like, once we accept that China has won this idiocy, then we get to the questions, the real questions of what happens after China wins this idiocy. Because we don't seem to have a plan. Because that's what I get from some people. Eli is not a patriot. Eli is anti-American. No, I'm very American. I want a plan. I want a plan. Remember the days of Obama? I did not like it. There are so many things I disliked about Obama. But the thing is, like, Obama would put like a plan on the table. And he'd be like, that plan is dumb. That is a dumb plan. But the nice that you could argue over a plan. You could be like, this is how the plan should be better. Here's the thing with what we're doing, like with China or Iran or Greenland, Venezuela. What happened to Venezuela? Anybody remember Venezuela? Anyway, like there's no plan. We're just doing things. It would be like, imagine you had like a little league game, like a little league, baseball little league game, and then randomly, one of the little kids would just fucking tackle another little kid. They're like, what are you doing? This is baseball. You don't tackle people. And the kid's like, yeah, I want to play football. You're like, what? But we're playing baseball. And then like somebody else, the batter like hits the ball, and they have some little stupid kid like try to like hit the ball with their head, but it's a baseball, and like breaks out their teeth. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, well, I want to play soccer. You're like, but then some other kid like brings a horse onto the field. Like, why is there a horse? Well, I want to play polo. Like, there's no horses in baseball. And that is why you can tell I am anti-American. Because I don't think you should bring a horse onto a baseball field. I don't think kids should tackle each other in a baseball game. I definitely don't think kids should try to headbutt baseballs. It's just a horrible idea. It's a baseball game. Play baseball. Look, if you want to play football, play football. If you want to play polo, play polo. But we're playing a baseball game. And I feel like that's what I feel like. Like I look at what we're doing right now. I'm like, what is this? I don't understand. Nobody could have foreseen that Iran would shut down the Strait of Hormuz. What do you mean? I've heard that all my life. I'm literally almost 50 years old. I do believe almost every goddamn day of my life I have heard to some degree that we have to be concerned about Iran shutting down the Strait of Hormuz. I do believe if you looked at a 5-year-old and said, hey, 5-year-old, what do you know about Iran? They would look at you and go, well, they have asynchronous geopolitical power over the Strait of Hormuz. I feel like everybody knows that. Apparently everybody other than a president. Our president's like, what? There's a strait there? Yeah, Jesus Christ, there's a strait there. So anyways, that's what I say with all of this stuff, is it just doesn't. How do we win the baseball game when our ADHD president keeps trying to tackle people? Anyways, so what do you think about this? What do you think about AMD's CEO going to China to beg them to buy her products? What do you think about AMD's CEO literally going, saying it's the most dynamic, AI ecosystem in the world? Fuck! That's kind of a statement right there. What do you think about our policy? Do you know what our policy is? Hey, anybody here work at the White House? Again, I know I have a shockingly influential fan base. Do any of you actually work at the White House? If you could copy and paste what our actual policy is down below, that would be really lovely. I want to argue about actual policies in the future. But anyways, so what do you think about this? What are your thoughts? Your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, they are on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is in the doobly-doo. And if you want to follow me on LinkedIn for the other things that I do in life, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.